Welcome back to the Teacher's AI Cafe. I'm Kane, a teacher and a parent who wants AI to give us back our time. I share practical classroom-tested AI strategies to cut down your workload, improve your feedback and reduce stress so you can get your evenings back and be more present with your friends and family. No jargon, just actionable steps. Grab your mug. Now let's get going. Welcome back to this week's tech update. Is it the 16th of February? A few changes going on in the last week. Not huge radical changes. Once again, it's always changing every week. Whereas often it's that little incremental change that's actually going on. So let's start with Claude. They've expanded a lot of the features in their free tier. That's one you don't have to pay for. Adding things such as direct file creation, integrations with your calendars and emails, customizable skills, and improved conversation handling. But now available without a subscription, also without adverts. A bit of a difference there from the OpenAI platform. And this is handy, I guess, for us because obviously we're getting an AI system. It's getting better resources, things like creation, media generation, and I guess organizing your workflow for people who want to integrate it into more than just the app itself without any additional cost or ads actually coming in blitzing their students and themselves. So it'll be interesting to see how this sort of evolves in terms of AI tools are positioned and funded in education because nothing's free, is it? The second one is Grok. Despite a lot of controversy over its inappropriate content generation, I think they've fixed a lot of that now, or it's ongoing. I'm not a big Grok user myself. There's some organizational changes within its parent company. Grok's market share has actually grown substantially. Obviously, it's came in late to the game to other people. And maybe through its integration in the X platform shows how AI assistants can become intertwined in those social technologies. Now, of course, Elon Musk owning both is integrating the two of them. For schools, I guess this underscores the importance of things like acceptable use policies and careful consideration of the data and information you actually put on there. Like I said, Grok is a unique beast because it gets a lot of its data straight out of Twitter, or X as they call it nowadays, which can be good and bad. Though the data says it's actually probably the most balanced of all the social medias in terms of right-wing, left-wing sort of posts and media on there according to the data, which is interesting. So what's from the world of OpenAI or ChatGPT? So they've got some renewed growth, increased engagement in its coding assistant Codex. I've started to have a play with that. I haven't really got into it yet. They're expecting some model updates coming in the near future. Obviously, we know about the introduction of targeted advertising for some user tiers. And this suggests AI platforms evolving, I guess, technically and commercially. Technically, the fact that they can sell advertising, because that's where Google and Facebook make all their money. They know so much about you, they can give you the right ad that you're looking for. Often scary how accurate they are if you just search for something. At the same time, I guess in terms of these business models, how does that affect student access? And OpenAI has been very big in providing a lot for teachers, sort of models within that. But obviously, maybe they're going to position an education version that's got no ads in it. One change a colleague told me about the other day, had noticed when using ChatGPT's Atlas browser that there is now an option you can now save your prompts. And I think it's a really cool feature. I imagine see it's across other platforms and other people will probably pick that up. So instead of having a separate prompt bank, if you've got a really good prompt, you can essentially just save it and it then appears in a drop-down menu. You can just choose it again. So what's an emerging trend is that users are moving more easily between AI systems or using one or the other. A new feature allows, talked about last week, Gemini last week, they can import one assistant chats into another, so ChatGPT, Gemini. And as I said, that's all about market share. That's all that matters at the moment. I guess this can help preserve some context when students switch platforms mid-project, if they want to do that. Reducing, repetition, frustration. That continually supports extended research assignments or, reflective projects from older projects you want to reuse again. You've got them in, just say you started in OpenAI, you moved into Gemini, you can transition it across. And finally, what do we see? Universities are adapting to reality that students use AI in key decisions, including choosing where to study. I guess that makes sense. Could you use a research tool to go out and research different universities? Probably this is more of a US context. In Australia, we don't have as many universities. Here in WA, we've got 5 major ones and a few minor ones they can choose from. Most people go to the one closest to them because here we don't go away to college. We literally just get the bus there every day and come back. And some people stay on campus, but it's not really our way. We go to the one that's closest to us because most of them offer all the same sort of courses, unless you get something very specialized. It makes sense. You can use the deep research to look at all the different universities, what they offer, what people say about them on social media, feedback in terms of getting more information about an institution before you choose it. So I guess this sort of works with the idea that obviously reinforces, I think, the idea we've got to integrate AI literacy into the curriculum, as well as career counselling discussions. And obviously I do that when I do my career counselling. But at the same time, I'm going to do an extra episode. I was at a Career Connect thing on Friday, and it was supposed to have an AI theme. And it was quite disappointing, to be honest, but I think we're going to do a bonus episode this week and record that. So I guess what highlights in this week's changes is, once again, it's all about access and continuity moving between different platforms. No radical changes for that. But that's a nice thing. We don't have radical changes every single week. As always, keep up the good work, and I'll talk to you soon.